I'm making a video game. It's got a bear in it. You run around for a bit and dropkick dudes until they explode. Let's talk game design. But first, at the time of recording, it's 2023, and the inevitable yet somehow miraculously postponed end of human civilization hasn't happened yet. Being 2023, it's been an incredible year for AAA video game releases. Hogwarts Legacy, Super Mario Wonder, Starfield, Spider-Man 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Resident Evil 4, nothing with a 5 at the end, Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy 16, Cyberpunk 2077's 2.0 patch and Phantom Liberty DLC, and of course the biggest one of all that I haven't mentioned yet and have kept until last for the sake of dramatic effect, Lord of the Rings Gollum. Now, a lot of these games require massive time sinks from you, the player, 20, 30, 40, 200 hours of your lives that you'll never get back, so I hope they're good. But what about in between? That's where I and my dropkicking bear come in. Hi, sorry to interrupt. The store page is on Steam already, actually. I meant to kind of work this in a bit better, but you know, it's been a while since I made a video, so it takes... Go wishlist it. Go and, you know what, go and wishlist the game. It's on Steam. You should add it to your wishlist on Steam, where it is now. You should be wishlisting that on there. Thank you. You can do it at the end as well if you want, but you could also just do it now. You know, I wouldn't mind if you want to take a minute. You could pause this video. You can go load up Steam. You could add it to your wishlist. That'd be good. That'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, sorry. That was very deeply unprofessional. It's been a bit... I'll get back to it. You have a good day. Wishlist the game. Video games as a medium have expanded over the years to such a point that they all serve completely different purposes depending on what they're made to do and why you're playing them. Something like Starfield, for example, serves the purpose of giving you something repetitive to do for 1,000 hours because Elder Scrolls 6 isn't even really in development yet, and something like Spider-Man 2 fulfills the role of giving you something to justify your expensive and otherwise pointless purchase of a PlayStation 5 because the next Final Fantasy 7 isn't out yet. 2023 has been a year full of long-term time commitment games that require your undivided attention until they're done, and they're not done for quite a while. They are sagas, legends, sprawling epics that will swallow up days of your lives until the credits roll, if ever you get that far. But over the years, we've also had games designed to not be that. In fact, it's where video games started. The arcade. Nowadays, unless you live in Japan, the arcade is just 2p machines and somewhere you can win 10,000 tickets to buy a keyring. Yeah! But a long time ago, it celebrated and championed things you played for a bit, and then went on about your day. Shorter sessions with more immediate and instantly accessible mechanics. We did also get charged small amounts of money repeatedly, but it's not like we do that anymore, is it? Anyway, these types of games persisted and evolved over the years, and thankfully for old decrepit ancient fossilized ruins like me, they still exist. And this is important for the reason outlined in this video's title. Video games come with a lot of different purposes. The ones that get the most marketing aim at being a spectacle, sucking in the pop culture machine for as long as possible to drum up a wave of hype and furore that overtakes whatever your favourite social media platform is for the foreseeable future. Others come with the desire for community, getting you to link in with your friends to spend long dark nights hurling obscenities and abuse at an 11-year-old in Texas. Life is, as we all know, miserable, and many of us use video games as an escape from that torturous daily slog to refresh and distract our otherwise weak and feeble brains. But, in a year where we've had such huge, all-encompassing time-sink blockbusters, do we really get any time off? I have a few games I play in between this sort of thing, my most well-known being Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. I've played this on and off regularly since, obviously, 2006. Like I said, I'm an old man. I know it inside out. I get no challenge from playing it, and I don't play it for that challenge. There's a specific mode on there called 15-Stage Continuous, which is, as the name might imply, all 15 stages of the game linked one after the other in a single continuous run. I'm good enough now that it takes about 15 minutes to play through, and the constant shifting of hues in the sky, the smooth and fluid physics of the drifting cars, and the unapologetically Sega Saturn era soundtrack blends together to provide a quick, pleasing hit of dopamine to my tired and weary consciousness. And that is what I'm developing now. A game that's not designed to soak up your every waking moment for the next 6 months, but instead to be pleasing, satisfying, and just a nice way to spend 5 or 10 minutes in between those huge, sprawling epics that vie for attention from Jeff at the Game Awards after making record profits, while laying off 1,000 of their staff. Think of things like the Katamari series or Crazy Taxi. Games that give you a very simple premise that you follow for a bit, have some fun, then go and do something else. This game isn't here to change the world, nor is it here to become your game of the year. It's just here to give you a good time for a bit and then let you move on with your day. Do that a few times a week, maybe it'll make you feel better. That's why it's got a mechanic in where you run around an office drop kicking people until they blow up. No idea where that's come from. Now you might hear that and be thinking, well Zane, why don't you make this a mobile game then? Isn't that what they're for? And the answer is no, actually. Not anymore, not really. They used to be a long time ago, but now mobile games are largely about convincing you to spend money on digital PNG files of cute anime girls, like an NFT of a body pillow. The other reason is this. In case you've been living under a rock for the last couple of years, you'll know that this is the Steam Deck, and I don't mind hiding it from you, I've become obsessed with mine. What's interesting is the library of games that I install on here is much different to what I install on my gaming desktop, despite both having the same amount of games to choose from. The deck is a much more accessible pick up and play thing that doesn't require me to set aside a few hours of my time to really dive into the meaty mechanics of a thing. It is instead a pleasingly responsive handheld platform for stuff that I just want to play for a bit. And what I want to do is make a game almost entirely for the Steam Deck. It is technically just for PC in general, but I'll be using the Steam Deck as a baseline for hardware requirements, and also my primary testing platform, so if you've got a deck you know I'm talking to you, and if you don't, well, it's nearly Christmas, so go and ask Santa. So now you know what the game's purpose is, which I've said before is vitally important to when you're starting a game. It's what I call the intent. And it's something I covered in a lot of depth in my last successful devlog series about my last Steam release, which you should go and watch and then purchase and then subscribe. So does that wrap everything up into a neat little package? Well, no. There's still... If you don't care about my personal health and well-being, I absolutely don't blame you. And if you want to go on about your day now, thank you for watching this far and come back to get more information about the actual game when it's ready to go. Love you lots, see you in a bit. For the rest of you, you should know that I haven't done or released anything substantial in over a year. Now, I won't bore you to death with what happened there, what it's like getting promoted at my normal boring day job, buying a house, settling in, health problems, deaths, weddings, grief, all that other nonsense. What you do need to know is that huge chasm of inactivity gets deeper and heavier to carry with every passing week, and coming back to even do a video like this one gets harder and harder the longer I leave it. Now, for me to overcome that, what I've come to realise is that I need to change my workflow and my own personal expectations of myself. I have to play to my strengths, not what the world says is good for content creators or whatever. What I'm going to be trying out this time is different to what I did before, since now I'll be actually developing the game and doing a lot of things and then making a video about it. It won't be the journey as much as Reiterate was. It'll be more of a retrospective of things I've already done. What this means is I'll always have enough grounds for a video, because a video won't get made until there's enough video game developed to make a video about. I'll only be making videos when there's a point or decision or interesting little game design tip I want to highlight, and it'll be a lot more relaxed and ready when it's ready when it comes to the scheduling. You might also have realised that the scope of this game I'm making is contextually minuscule. It's tiny. It's 4 levels that you run around in for 99 seconds at a time, doing arcade-like Crazy Taxi-ish stuff until you're happy. It's small, manageable, and if I'm being entirely honest with you, it's already mostly done. Now, done is a dangerous word because there's so much more to do, but in terms of the actual game underneath, that works from start to finish in the way it's supposed to. It's what we call content complete, and it's a weirdly positive point to start making a devlog series. What I want to do from here is different to Reiterate because I want to bring it to you as the decisions happen. I've tried them out, they're pretty good, so I can speak to you with some authority that I do in fact know what I'm doing. It also occurred to me that if you look around all the other successful devlog producing people on YouTube, that's what they've always done, and I shouldn't be trying to wing it as much as I have before, so we won't be doing that. What I'm hoping to achieve here is something small and manageable that I can commit to the completion of, especially since it's functionally done already, so that I can take out that pressure sitting on my mental state and clear out the block that's turned up because I haven't made anything. So that's what this is, me making something. And now you're here watching me do that, so that's good. Right, I should probably do a... You'll notice I haven't really talked about what the game is in this video, but that's because it's Devlog 0, which is basically like an intro. Instead, here's what we have covered. This game is going to be small in scope, cheaply priced for you lot, pick up and play arcade accessible, designed primarily for the Steam Deck. Really dumb and hopefully very fun. Hopefully that's enough to get you interested, so if you've liked this video, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more videos like this video, and I'll see you the next time I'm thinking, hey, let's talk game design.